Can I come up and take a look? Thank you.
It's getting hot in the sun over there.
I bet. Wow. Amazing. You all right? You all right? Wow. I'm like a, huh?
You ever been in one?
Not a live one, working one. I've never been up to that. So this is like a new toy to me.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Whoa. Whoa.
Now, the fire right now is basically dead.
Uh-huh.
And there's like nothing on it right now.
Oh my
We're
goodness.
just sitting here in the station and it's going to be a little while.
Yeah.
You know, we just kind of maintain it where it's still burning a little bit.
Uh-huh.
But normally, like when we're actually moving, the thing's white hot.
Wow. So, so when y'all open this up to put the coal in, when the flames come out?
So there's it's called a blower, and also just the draft of the engine actually pulls the air that way toward the front of the locomotive. So especially on 630, which is hand fired, you'll see the flames lick all around the door, but they won't come out unless you don't have enough blowers. If you don't have enough drafting, yeah, they'll be in your face.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Most of the time, the air's going that way.
So it won't go this way, it's just going that way. So blowing this way would not be good because you're on fire.
I know, you can lose hair.
I bet.
There was one time I was kind of getting the engine ready to shut down, and fortunately I was standing over here, but I had the doors open, and I had the blower up, but I also had the stoker and the jets running. But there was some crazy gust of wind, and I saw the flame go to here.
Oh.
And I was standing right here. I was like, whoo! I'm standing over here.
So if you were standing right here, you probably.
Yeah. But so.
Go ahead.
Like I said, this thing is, we have a stoker on this one.
You better believe it. I'll do it.
So, instead of shoveling,
Wow.
saves your back.
Yeah. Yeah. I would imagine. So I guess over time your back was like your back killing you.
So
Okay.
it's the other engine is still hand fired. So everything's double.
Okay. Very interesting. Part of history. I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, I appreciate it, my friend.
Ain't no problem.
Thanks again.
So basically, just go down like you're coming down a ladder.
This same way. Thank you.
Yeah. One of the crew members were talking about the one when he comes from Minneapolis, Chicago, 2024. So, you heard that too? Yeah. What did they tell you? They're trying to work that out.
my own video if I want to.
stainless passenger cars heading towards Columbus, Georgia. We have a friend in Oak Ridge, Tennessee that has every one of the original passenger cars belonging to the man of war. Now as we travel down the hill, everything to from the main walkway as you view back from the train, 5288 was a true passenger locomotive operated for the Canadian National. 3170 operated for many years for the Southern Railway, painted up in what you will see is known as tuxedo, and that light gray, black and gold. It's an old Atlantic Coastline dining car. And then we get to the other side of the walkway. And you'll see several of the coaches we use on longer excursions. There's our 6914. That is a 1953 electric motor division built by General Motors, high rates of speed, streamlined diesel locomotive, generally pulling those stainless cars, running on the Crescent. There's only 4 of those engines left, 2 owned by the NC Transportation, 1 outside of Atlanta and Duluth on the Southeastern, and the one you see there. 3164 and 1924. Now, as I talked about 907, originally 543, let's start working our way up. If you're on the middle color, that green car is 1037. We're running the oldest originally built as a sleeper for the Southern Railway, known as the Hazen, later reconfigured to a standard coach. And if you're running directly behind the steam locomotive, this time car 906 originally, 528 delivered in Bowling Green by the Central Georgia Railway with a single operation. It has undergone many interesting functions back for a while. We've actually cleaned it up in imitation aluminum to match stainless cars and used every once in a while the man of war that transitively from Canada to Columbus as a big moment. They took the old clear story roof and ceiling. 1924 was the year that 906, aka 528 was. I think you can push that engine around at 280 tons. Now, I see a brave soul. I see a couple of muscular people here. They didn't even raise their hand. Have some confidence, people. We need some confident people, because if we have a breakdown, an issue with our motor, which is only 25 horsepower, all right, but it's enough to do the job. Imagine turning that amount of weight around by hand. How in the world do you do that? Well, you see there in the center of this structure is a bearing, 6 feet in diameter. This acts as basically, kind of put it a little silly, it's a balancing act, literally. You have to get the weight of your locomotive balanced on that turntable to effectively being able to turn it by hand, much less a motor. This 1916 turntable, originally installed for the Central Georgia Macon, was non-motorized. Now everyone can understand what's about to happen here. It's not a high-tech concept. Usually turntables, you would be seeing those used with those roundhouse buildings, just like a garage. Many of those buildings, depending on the size of the roundhouse, that round circular building housing your locomotives when they're not in operation. You bring the locomotive on, turn it up, line it in to the track, and back it right into that building. Again, this was originally non-motorized. They were having to turn this table, the locomotive's on this table by hand. Okay, the only way you can do that, again, is if you get the weight balanced. Too far this way towards me, the wheel's not going to meet the track and find the flange on that side, or vice versa. Think about it this way, guys. An average school bus weighs 13 tons. We're talking about, by itself, 80 tons of turntable. 200 tons of locomotive 4501. Still feel brave? Still feel confident? We can do it. Might be a little bit of a struggle. What we really need, though, is what they have is poles extending and shooting from the ends of both sides of the turntable. Ladies and gentlemen, Locomotive 4501, built by the Baldwin Locomotive Works. Built as the very first 282 Mikado for the Southern Railway. Now, many Mikados were built for different railroads, but this was the very first to be built for the Southern out of Morgan 282. And guess what? It's the only one left. There are no more. This is the last one. The first and the last, quite literally. When I say 282, I'm simply referring to the wheel arrangement on this locomotive. Anytime you do read the description of any steam locomotive, whether it be 440, 484, 210-2, in case of the 4501, a 282. You just count wheel sets to base your arrangement, such as here are the two smaller lead wheels, two or more things that look alike are set, right? Here's your two lead pilot wheels. Behind those, on both sides, larger driving wheels, a set of 4 on both sides. So 4 is 8, and 2 trailing wheels underneath the cab. Now, Mikado means emperor or ruler. Japanese, the Japanese language, because believe it or not, Japanese rulers were ordering this American class of locomotive. They would send those overseas, reassemble those locomotives, giving those Japanese railroads greater pulling power and great service. During World War II was very.
You got it.
Just look at it. Just look at it.
I know. I know. I see it.
Purchased for $5,000 specialist scrap value. People line the rails on both sides. Southern Railway, the light bulb. The bell goes off. They realize how wonderful and the great response of the general public and the interest of a Southern Railway engine, or any engine for that matter, steam locomotive on the main line, and they start capitalizing on that opportunity. And this locomotive spends many years of its latter part of its service as painted up in a Southern Railway passenger green and heading up those Southern Railway steam excursion programs. So if you'd like to take the second part of our tour, I'll need you to meet me down at the very last coach, right there at the walkway where the red flag is posted. Meet me down there. I'll take you across the walkway, all the way to that taller building, our Sewell shops, our back shop. Right this way, please.
4501 coming in now.
Well, there you have it, friends and family. The steam engine Southern number 630 here at the Tennessee Valley Railway Museum. I'm having a blast here today. And a perfect, nice day today. And there you go.